Hi, I'm Camille DeSalm, and this is another almost middle of the night video. It's really just about 9 o'clock in the evening. I'm doing this video maybe only to remind myself of what I understood while meditating last night and this morning. Some doctors and I are trying to figure out why my left hemipelvis has a fracture in it. And it could be because of a couple falls I took last autumn. And, but the concern, of course, is that wouldn't be a concern. If you fall, you might break something. But there's a concern that disease has weakened the bone because there seem to be some indications of disease that could do that. And so I've been bouncing back and forth between fear at the thought of some of these diseases, because anyway, and acceptance, or moving toward acceptance and love and gratitude for this situation that's been going on for, let's see, about that's my calendar up there, about 4 months now. And what I kept seeing the last couple of days was there's a possibility I have cancer, and I don't know how big a possibility. I don't know if it's benign or what. I'm going to the oncologist on Monday, but I kept seeing these images of people going through chemo or a sort of people in such a state that they need a lot of help to be taken care of. And I was seeing myself that way, and I thought, that's not really what I want. I mean, I don't, but I understand the desire to be taken care of. I do have that sometimes, and it's probably made stronger by the fear. And last night. So anyway, let me back up one. So I was telling myself I would really like to understand that about why. Is there something else about why I want to be taken care of? And so I was meditating on it, because I don't want to get to that. I don't want that so badly that I create it by becoming seriously ill. So last night I was meditating and I was listening, and I was sad, and I heard I'm all alone, and then I heard, well, no, you're not. You have help, and I thought, well, that's not helpful to say that. So remember just to listen to the part of yourself and let it be the part that is feeling that and thinking that we're all alone. I'm all alone. So I sat with it last night and this morning, and last night mostly I just sat with it and listened to it and held it and cried. My God, I wish I had stocking Kleenex. I'm kidding. This morning I revisited it in meditation, and I was going, where does this sense of being all alone come from? And all of a sudden I saw me as an infant in a cradle, and I'm twitching all of a sudden, aren't I? I think I'm nervous about this. And I was calling out for Mom. I was alone. I was just alone in the room where the cradle was. I was calling out for Mom. And I don't know if I was hungry or thirsty or just wanted Mom or what. It seemed like I was hungry or thirsty. And no one came. So it was just one of those times when a parent wasn't available right then, or no one heard me, or I don't know what. But no one came right then. and I was in the just say cradle. I was in the crib. I was in a crib crying, and I thought, well, this is interesting. This goes back. This feeling all alone goes back to a memory in infancy, which is probably a very, very common memory of a child wanting, an infant wanting something or someone, and it not coming right away. And then the connection struck me, I think this morning when I was meditating, and I thought, oh my God, that's the wanting to be taken care of. And of course, as an infant, you must be almost totally you're taken care of. So I thought, wow, that's a really cool connection. I'm so glad I saw it. And at some point in my meditation, the little infant me just laid down in the crib. And partly what I got a sense of is that partly she decided no one was coming right then and it was okay to wait. It wasn't just in resignation or giving up, because she wasn't doing anything like sobbing or angry or anything. She basically just wanted to be left alone to lie there. She didn't want me to interfere with her anymore. So I've checked back a couple times today, and that little infant me is fine just lying there. At some point she wanted out of the crib, so she, this is a meditation imagery, so all of a sudden she can beam herself out of the crib and lie down on an ottoman or a really cushy chair, something large and comfortable in the room. So she was doing that. I talk about her as if she's a separate being, and it's just a part of me. It's a memory. It's an aspect of me that seems to have remained, I'm guessing here, but this is what it seems like, seems to have remained from infancy and become this sense of being all alone and wanting to be taken care of. I mean, seriously taken care of. Most things done for you. I get the connection. I'm real glad I do. This isn't over. It's not a complete done thing. What I mean is I have a sense that there's more for me to do in meditation, or more for me to understand or watch or listen to about that infant so that desire to be taken care of and this opportunity to have a serious disease so that I will need serious caretaking, so I don't manifest it. I am fascinated by how we create those things we need. And part of the way I found this is because I was asking why I had created something in my body that broke a bone, and that could be caused partly or completely by a disease that weakens the bone so that it will break more easily. I'm thrilled that we can learn and practice letting our subconscious speak to us and come up into consciousness, and even so with our unconscious mind too. I'm grateful I learned various methods over the past 3 decades to do this. I wrote a book about it in 2015. Shameless plug. Oh, almost shameless plug. Called Tea and Cookies. It's on Amazon. And if you only put tea and cookies, you could cook books. But if you put my name in, you'll see the book. It details this method. I've streamlined it so it's less. I've streamlined it over since I wrote the book. It's been being streamlined by me and my former husband for years. He started the streamlining in the 90s when we were married, and we're both doing this method. So I just got out of my head to tell you all, out of my body to tell you all that, and I'm going to go back into it for a moment and see if there's anything more that wants to come up. What I see is that little infant me jumping up and down with her arms up like this, excited, right? So maybe she's excited. She's excited that I'm talking about this. She wants to help. She didn't want to be a helpless child. She wants to help. So thank God for her. And that's all. I hope I'll follow this up when I learn more about it. Good night, y'all.